This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Tesla achieved a major milestone in the second quarter, blowing past Wall Street expectations and reporting record profits. It sold over 200,000 cars, raked in nearly $12 billion in revenue, and posted a GAAP net profit of over $1 billion. It posted an impressive operating margin of 11% and reported operating cash flow of over $2 billion. Those are very impressive numbers. In previous quarters, the company was criticized for needing to sell regulatory credits to achieve a net profit. Not this time. Tesla would have been solidly profitable even without the $354 million it got from selling credits. And the numbers should only get better next year. With new plants coming on stream in Berlin and Austin, Texas, we think Tesla could possibly double its revenue and profits by the end of 2022. Tesla also updated the status of several products in its second quarter earnings. Regarding its more powerful 4680 battery cells, it says it's made a lot of progress in developing them, but has a lot of work to do before they're ready for volume production. According to Electric, the 4680 cells are expected to be used in its semi-truck and Model Y, produced at its gigafactories in Austin and Berlin. And speaking of the semi-truck, Tesla said it's delaying its launch until 2022 due to battery cell constraints and, quote, global supply chain challenges. The company didn't clarify, but perhaps that's referring to the chip shortage. The Semi was originally supposed to be available in 2019. And it looks like the Cybertruck will be delayed as well. Tesla was asked about it during a conference call for its Q2 earnings, and while it didn't say it was delayed, it also couldn't confirm if it will go into production this year, which was the plan. Tesla says it will start producing the Cybertruck at its factory in Texas after Model Y production is up and running. One of the newest technologies we're hearing automakers brag about coming into their vehicles is head-up displays with augmented reality. And Hyundai Mobis, the parts and service division of the Hyundai Group, announced it's partnered with Corning Incorporated to bring AR HUDs into the group's vehicles, starting with the Ioniq 5 that debuted earlier this year. The system uses curved mirrors from Corning to display dynamic information to the driver on the windshield, which looks like it's 7.5 meters or about 24 feet in front of the vehicle. Compared to traditional HUDs, the AR version has a larger display area and a projection distance that is 5 times greater. Last year, about 5 million vehicles were sold with a head-up display, and that number is expected to double by 2025. Bloomberg reports it expects autonomous vehicles to account for 10% of all kilometers driven by passenger cars around the globe by 2040, and that China's AV fleet will easily surpass the US, the current leader in the AV market. Baidu looks like it will be one of the major players in China. As we've reported recently, it expanded its Apollo robotaxi service to several big cities in China, and it's also launching its Apollo Robobus service in Chongqing. There's 4 stops where people can board, and like the taxi, a seat on the bus can be reserved through a few available smartphone apps. The bus uses 4 LiDAR, 2 radar, and 7 camera units to navigate the streets. But there's also a safety driver to take over if need be, as well as a bus conductor who can help explain the technology. And remember, these services might not be limited to China. Baidu says it's tested extensively in the US too. Toyota is revealing some of the tech and convenience features that will be available on the all-new Tundra. It's going to have a large glass roof, more off-road capability, inductive phone charging, patterns built right into the perforated section of some leather seats, and possibly even a hybrid powertrain. But we'll learn more when the truck debuts sometime this fall.
We want to know what drives your testing. OTA, connected car, diagnostics, remote testing. Intrepid Control Systems is here to help you work from anywhere. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
The age of silicones began at Wacker more than 70 years ago. Whether you're looking for thermal management of battery systems or the protection of electronics, let your innovations be powered by Wacker silicones. Visit us at wacker.com. E-mobility, powered by Wacker silicones.
Mercedes is sharing progress on the development of the electric version of its iconic truck, which is mainly used as a garbage truck. Its architecture is based on the e-Actros and is powered by the same drive unit, which consists of an electric axle with 2 integrated electric motors and a 2-speed transmission. It's also equipped with 3 battery packs with 105 kilowatt hours of power. The e-Iconic is still going through testing, with engineers currently focusing on its safety, performance, and durability. The company also needs to test the battery and its powertrain in summer and winter conditions. Once it's completed those tests, it will let customers test it in the real world. Mercedes plans to start volume production of the e-Iconic in the second half of 2022. While the auto industry is going through the worst phase of the chip shortage right now, there are signs it's starting to ease. Last week, Reuters reported supplies could start to improve soon, thanks to Taiwanese semiconductor companies boosting production in China. And now the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, says she's seeing a gradual increase in chip supply for automakers after holding meetings with chip producers and OEMs to help ease any mistrust between the two sides. While this is good news, automakers still aren't out of the woods yet and are curbing production to deal with the shortage. But that brings us to the end of today's show. Thank you for watching.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. Wacker, creating tomorrow's solutions. And by Magna.